I started this account 12 years ago with no intention of ever really doing anything with it. I mostly just created it so I could look at stuff on YouTube and leave comments here and there. Then a couple years ago, I really felt God impressing me to start a podcast for Christian men. And God gave me a name for the podcast, and I was like, I'm just going to start a new channel for that podcast and not really do much with this. Then as that came about, I started doing a few more vlogging type things on that channel. And I don't know if I've ever posted some of my singing and guitar videos on here. I don't remember, it's been so long. But I started doing that on my podcast channel. And I thought, well, I don't want it to be confusing. I have this channel, sorry for the lighting, it's illuminating, isn't it? I didn't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to have two different things going on the podcast channel. So I thought, well, I have that other channel, I can make that more like a vlogging channel. So that's what I'm doing. And then as I was thinking about that, I had a podcast with Jason Heinritz, whose channel I'm going to put in the description below. I'll also put my podcast channel in the description below if you're interested and you want to see what that's all about. But I had him on my podcast, and he created a challenge called 40 Forge, which is similar to 75 Hard, if you've ever heard of it. It's more of a secular challenge that Andy Frisella came up with. It's mental toughness, physical toughness, all the things, and you do it for 75 days. With the 75 Hard challenge, if you miss a day, you have to start over. With this 40 Forge challenge, there's some grace, which I think is awesome for a Christian channel. But I started that today, and I figured I would start doing some of the vlogging and some of the things that I'm doing and how it's going on this channel. It just seemed like it worked. And then I'll probably continue to use this channel as kind of a vlogging diary of a podcaster kind of thing. And I'll probably be talking about, who I might be interviewing, what's going on with the podcast. And I'll probably still post some, I'm working on, it's another thing that I felt led to do, is start writing songs and sharing some songs. I don't know if you can hear. The interesting thing about the 44 just started today, and I did get up and do my Bible reading. I went to the gym this morning, and now I'm on my way. I don't know if you can see it back there. I'm on my way for a bike ride, because during this 40 Forge thing, which started today, which is September 1st, I am also training for a 100-mile bike ride. And I've only done 63 so far, so I'm a little nervous about actually completing the 100. But if mental toughness is a thing, I'm going to try it. So I'm going to be sharing some of those things. So let's on to the 40 Forge thing. And this is going to be a lot less scripted and concise as my podcast channel. If you follow me there, this is just going to be basically me blabbering. Not blabbering, but I will talk about stuff. Anyways, I woke up this morning, the first day of the challenge, and I had a head cold, and if you can hear my voice, it's really hoarse. And I actually it will be the first time I'm going to be doing an interview on a podcast tomorrow. I actually took the day off work for it. I woke up with my voice sounding like this. I'm like, oh man, this is it. But I'm ready for the battle. I don't know about you. Sometimes I feel like a warrior, and sometimes I feel like I'm not. But what warriors do is they rise up and fight no matter what the challenge facing them is. So even though I feel a little sick, I went to the gym, I've had my breakfast, and I will share as we go along more parts of the challenge. I just don't want this video to be too long, which is already kind of long, and I don't like these awkward pauses, so I'm like continuing to talk like I'm hyped up on coffee, which I'm not. So yeah, I woke up with my voice feeling like this, but I'm still continuing to do the things. Now, part of the challenge is to do 40 minutes of exercise, which I did at the gym this morning, but it's also Labor Day. It's a beautiful day outside. I haven't rode in 2 weeks. I did a 63 2 weeks ago and it wrecked me, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, I gotta get back up and start doing it again. So I'm on my way to do that bike ride. And if you like the channel, subscribe, follow along in the journey. This is not gonna be, I don't know how often I'm gonna be vlogging, but since this is vlogging, what's interesting, so I'm driving past the library. Let's see if I can show you this way. There are protests going on, so that's a fun thing. I don't even know what it's about. I try not to even really pay attention to those kind of things too much. So yeah, I'll be doing my bike ride, and I may, since I'm filming this right now while I'm driving in my car, I may do another video and splice this in at the end and tell you how the bike ride went, but we'll see. I'm playing this all by ear. This is all kind of off the cuff kind of stuff. So if you like the channel, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think of this. You think it's a good idea to do a diary of a podcaster on a different channel, or should I keep it all on the same channel? Sorry, it's just gonna be annoying trying to get the camera to work right. And also, you see me in a little different light if you follow me on the podcast channel, which is called the Valiant Forge podcast. So if I don't, I will remember, but if you don't want to look in the description, do a search on YouTube for the Valiant Forge, and you'll find it also on all podcast streaming platforms. And you can also go to thevaliantforge.com if you want to look at or listen to or see any of the episodes there. All right, getting ready to do my bike ride. See you next time.